Okay, we are live. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite podcast.
I messed up. I'm gonna count you down again. I'm sorry about that. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, Get Loud with Leadership. Today we have returning guest Charlie Smart, we have SMA, and one of my fellow juniors, Aiden Griffin. And today's topic, we are going to be talking about self-image, kind of following along with like the little theme of like discovering yourself and learning yourself that we've been going on for these past couple podcasts. So I wanted to start off, kind of like asking you guys, is self-image something that you've ever like struggled with? And would you say you're in like a better place with your self-image now, or how has that like kind of developed throughout
you? I feel like self-image is definitely something that I used to struggle with. I feel like I used to have like low confidence and like a little bit of low self-esteem. Like I used to like second guess everything I did and just things of that nature. But I feel like I'm definitely in a way better place. Like my confidence is higher. I'm just
Yeah.
I used to struggle too, but now it's better.
Mm-hmm.
I never really used to struggle with self-image.
Okay, I love that for you, Queen.
I don't know why.
I feel like, for me personally, I feel like it was probably like, it was similar to Aiden, whereas like my self-image was kind of like, I put on this like outward front of like, I'm that girl, like I got it. But it would like internally, I was more so like worried about every little like decision I made, every little action, like worried about how people were going to perceive me. I definitely think I'm still like kind of struggling with it, but I'm a lot better as to like how I think of myself now. So I wanted to ask like you guys, like if you have struggled with it, what was like the main thing you'd say like helped you kind of pull you out of like self-deprecation kind of?
Well, actually, I had a little bit of self-image, but it was like not a lot. It was like it's like kind of crazy. It's like how I used to wear my uniforms, because a lot of girls used to wear skirts, but I wasn't a big fan of skirts, especially because they were like too short. And then to say like I was like in kind of what people say the popular group, I kind of had to wear a skirt to say, oh, okay, like girls like on Wednesdays we're gonna wear pink. On Pacific days we had to wear skirts.
No, I definitely think that's a big part of self-confidence, and I'm glad you brought that up. Like worrying about how other people are going to perceive you, and like a lot of self-image has to do with like how other people kind of like you're following what other people expect from you. I know I used to do that a lot. Was that something you guys like struggled with?
Yeah.
I feel like I still kind of struggle with this a little bit, especially with like my teachers and like authority figures. Like I'm always kind of like, okay, well, what if they think of me this way? Or if I don't do like this exactly right, they're going to think I'm like a horrible, awful student, or like these people aren't going to like me. And really, like you kind of have to get out of your head. I'm not going to lie, because people aren't thinking about you as much as you're thinking about yourself, for sure. That's what's helped me personally a lot. But like, what's helped you guys?
I feel like I just used to be extremely self-conscious, but eventually like stuff started. The best way I can explain it is like stuff started happening and I started seeing results, and like it kind of just boosted my confidence. And it's like obviously like I can't be like this person that I think I am, like
if I'm doing all this. Yeah.
And also like as far as what you said, like with like your teachers and like adults and other things of that nature, I feel like yeah, I was like that at one point, but like eventually I was just like, it is what it is, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
either you go like me or you don't like me. But I mean, I'm smart, I do my work, I get all A's. Like that's really all that matters. It's just so
No. What's something that you'd say has helped you with?
As I grew older, I learned like lessons from my parents to like not pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Yes, definitely. I think I'm still, honestly, I kind of chose this topic today because it's something I've been kind of like struggling with for like a while now. And I feel like summer always gives me a chance to kind of like reevaluate like my school year, like myself as a whole. And so I definitely say like the not listening to people, my mom would always tell me like, because this is something I've kind of struggled with since like elementary school. My mom would always tell me like, oh, people are just jealous or like don't listen to people, blah blah blah. And it would go in one ear and out the other. I could just be like, oh, mom, like you don't know what you're talking about. Like it's got to be me. Like it's got to be something with me. But now I'm realizing, I don't know, through kind of like conflict, I guess. Like I'm realizing like I had a lot of like friend issues kind of this year and like drama issues, I guess. And I always tried to like be like acquiescing to like whatever other people wanted and like be really understanding. And even when I did all that, it was like they still didn't like me and they still thought this and this about me. So I was like, wait a minute, like why am I doing all this just for you not to like me anyway? So I kind of like reached that point where I was like, you kind of already have like a set perception of me, so I'm not gonna like judge myself based on how other people are judging me, you know. But it's definitely it's a work in progress, I'm not gonna lie. But you two definitely seem pretty like confident and pretty like strong in your self-image. So what would you say is like gave you that confidence and helped you most with that?
So, if you know, like on TikTok, they have like this lemonade, and people just look up how to change themselves in 2 weeks for a transformation. Because I remember, my friends used to do this. They used to like, okay, let's just go on lemonade and look up something to like change ourselves to fit in. Because at the time, I had friends that weren't in that clique, and so they were trying to get in the clique, and then they just changed themselves for my friends not to like them. And then I was like debating, should I go back to my old friends or new friends? And then I just stayed the same. I just kept on wearing my sports because they look cute on me.
I know that's right.
I feel like what happened was like I was looking for like acceptance and like I was looking for like people to be my friend or like people to like me, but I feel like the friend group that I'm in, like my friends, like they constantly preach like don't worry about what nobody else say. Like I know like my parents be saying the same thing, but I feel like it kind of hit different like when your partners tell you that. So I don't know. And plus like all the stuff that I did to like I guess get people to like me or like, you know, looking for acceptance, like it didn't really give me the results that like I was looking for. And even if it did, like at the end of the day, like what am I getting out of people? Like
Exactly.
like I'm gonna go home and like it's not gonna matter.
No, for real. I think that was a big thing of mine in middle school, especially. Like I changed schools in middle school. I went to like a private public school. I went to U High, and like everybody yes, everybody had this kind of like persona about them. Like you have to act this certain way to be like, and you have to be this, and you have to do this. I had to I remember in 7th grade, it was such like a thing. I don't know why, but it was like everybody was wearing tennis skirts.
Exactly.
And nobody was wearing the uniform skirts. And so I was wearing my uniform skirt. And then if you were wearing the uniform skirt, you had to like roll it up a little bit.
You had to make it short.
Yes.
If you have I go to U High still.
Yes.
They still don't change it. They still wear tennis skirts.
And so I straightened my hair because everybody wore straight hair, and I didn't want to be like the odd one out, and I started to wear makeup, and I tried to do all of these things for people to like me, and people eventually did start like me. They started being like, oh, okay, like Michaela's like us, like she's cool. But then I realized like hanging out with these people, I didn't like myself still. So I was still like, I did all this and I changed all this, and great, now they like me. But that didn't like give me the fulfillment. Exactly. That didn't like give me the fulfillment that I was really like looking for. Other people's opinions of you won't fulfill like a negative opinion that you already have of yourself. And I think I had to like realize that first. I know like in school and stuff that's a
And
big
it's like good to be different.
yes.
And like if they don't, it's kind of crazy hearing it from another person that went to my school because I had no one else to share. Like, okay, they're wearing tennis skirts. Like, why can't we wear our uniform skirts? It's not a big deal.
No, and it seems like I know like to people who probably didn't go to U High, I know like to y'all guys, it must sound like crazy, like why are they talking about skirts? Like this is not a big deal. But I swear it was literally
It was
like,
such a big
it's such a big deal for no reason. And it's like it's little things, I guess. I don't know. People don't say it a lot. Kids are mean, you guys. Sometimes kids are just mean sometimes. And
They're gonna make you buy the skirt.
yes, they're gonna make you buy the skirt, and they're gonna make you change so many different things about yourself to try and like fit in with them. And that just like it wasn't me, and I had to like realize that. I actually had to like get low-key dumped from my friend group to like realize that I didn't want to like be a part of this and do this. And I was happier. It took a little while, but I was happier once I like got dumped from my friend group and like I realized like I didn't actually like who I was becoming, and it wasn't truly myself. I think that's a big part of self-image too.
And now after you left, they have a new fad about neatos. If you don't have a neato, you're not in the clique for any grade.
No, kids are mean. That's all I have to say. Kids are mean. And I feel like school is a really big place that shapes your self-image socially. Would you guys say like that's been like an issue with you, like your peers kind of like forcing you to like change? Can you speak on that?
Like they want me to like fit in and like you said, change all that stuff. But it doesn't feel like yourself, so like
Yes.
you shouldn't do it.
What about you, Aiden?
At lab, like I feel like lab definitely did like play a part in just like how I am and like the stuff that I did. But I mean, everybody really used to be in their shell. Like the school just used to be messy, like all that type of stuff. And I feel like that forced me to kind of be in my shell and kind of like act like somebody I wasn't. But like now I'm practicing, I'm trying to just be me, like just be more charismatic, just like, all that extra stuff. So, if you like me, then you like me. Like if you don't,
Like I know how you
swear,
feel. I have a
just
cousin.
like,
I know how you feel. I have a cousin that goes to stuff like, but she's in fourth.
oh,
No, literally, I feel like school played a big part, definitely, but also, I don't know. The funny thing about self-image is like your perception of yourself almost like shapes, I guess it's not funny. I guess like it makes sense, but your perception of yourself like shapes the way like you're gonna act and like the way like you expect yourself. I know for the longest, like I was just like Aiden, like I was like all A's in school, like I did well in school, and so there was this like expectation built around me, like, okay, she's gonna do well in school, she's gonna do all this, she's gonna get this ACT score, she's gonna go to these colleges, blah, 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 blah. And I kept putting that pressure like on myself kind of. And I had to like realize at some point, like, wait a minute, I don't want to say I don't really care, because I definitely do care. But it almost, I had to like take the pressure off myself, and I had to be like, this isn't defining me really as a person. Yes, my grades are not like my entire being. Like for the longest I had this thought, like if I get a B, my life is over, like I'm a failure immediately. And that's really like, that's not how it is. And Aiden, I know you just had like that moment, so can you speak on that a little?
Bro, like for the longest I definitely felt like I feel like I had just been grinding school for so long. Like my life had just been like school, like grades, putting this on my resume, this and that. But like at one point I just realized like I don't want that to define me, because like still to this day at school, like people know me like from my ACT score, like they know like, oh yeah, he gonna be valedictorian, he gonna be this and this and that. But like I don't want I don't want people to know me for that.
Yeah.
Like I still want you to know that like I'm smart and that, you know, like I got whatever accolades or whatever, but I just want you to know me for me and like my personality, like
Yes. No. And it definitely got to the point where like adults around me and like people around me, they just know me as like, you're the person with these grades and you're the person who did this. And I'm just like, but that's like not the entirety of
Yeah, that's
me,
not
you
me.
know? And I had to like realize and like step back for a second, like, okay, I was like upset at these people for like perceiving me in this way and like not like seeing the whole me. But then I had to realize I was putting all my effort in school anyway. Like I wasn't doing a lot of the things I love in favor of like focusing on school, in favor of like doing all this. So it was more so kind of like I myself was like putting that image out into the world. So that was definitely I'm doing better with that now, but it was a difficult process. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like I had a lot of self-image, and it's kind of like counterintuitive, but a lot of my self-image like positively came through like breaking down like positive aspects of myself. I don't know. Kind of like with my academics, I was like, okay, so this doesn't, just because I'm doing all this, it doesn't have to define me. And so it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but I kind of had to like, I don't want to say break myself down, but almost break myself down a little bit to like realize like all this stuff I was doing wasn't like fully me. And so I think that's a big part of self-image, like realizing that you can have like multiple facets of yourself. So I wanted to ask you guys kind of like, on a positive note, what are some good facets of yourself? What are some like positive aspects of yourself that you truly like enjoy?
I like when I'm like calm and I just like be peaceful and like chill.
Yes.
I feel like I'm really versatile. So, you know, like I can be around in middle school, let's say like I could be around the gifted kids, like I could have conversations with them, like be friends with them because I wasn't gifted, but at the same time, like I could go back and like chat it up with the traditional kids, like all that. I feel like that's why like I was really popular in middle school. So I feel like, you know, I'm just versatile, you know, I feel like.
I feel the same way. I could just fit in with any personality.
I love that.
It could be a quiet kid. I would just I could make friends with him. I could make friends with anybody.
Yes.
It's not hard. You have to have a specific personality, but it's not hard.
Yes. I feel like this used to be something I didn't really like about myself. I don't know. But I'm quiet sometimes. I know that sounds so weird. I'm a podcast host and I'm yapping it up for like an hour a week, but I like being quiet a lot. And yes.
I feel like it
And
really depends on like
who I'm around, exactly. And you know, I used to not like it because I'd be like, no, I need to talk more and I need to always like be energetic. But I like my peace.
It's
And
kind
so
of like being shy.
yes, I like my peace a lot. And so that's something I kind of twisted my perspective on that. And so I'm glad I did, because that's kind of like how I've come to love a lot of parts of myself, like seeing one thing as a negative, but like slowly over time shifting it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what I have to like leap off with, kind of. And I hope you guys got something from that conversation. I hope you guys maybe shifted your perspective a little bit on how you see yourself. I hope at the very least you took something from that conversation that really resonated with you and you can carry it into how you move throughout life. And thank you guys so much for watching another week of this episode. Thank you guys so much for having this conversation with me. I know we've been here for like 2 hours now at Leadership, but see you guys next week on your favorite episode of Get Loud with Leadership. Bye.
All right, excellent job. Good.
Good job, President.